Welcome to Fantasy Victory Now, Week 15, here with Paul Charchi, and I'm Mike Durkin. And Charch, Josh Gordon a few weeks ago came back and was the same Josh Gordon we knew, but he's really languished the last 2 weeks. Will Johnny Manziel, presumably maybe getting the start in Cleveland,
by the time most people see this, I think it'll be official, yes.
So will Johnny Football help or hurt Josh Gordon?
Yeah, I think he will help. And not that Johnny's a better passer necessarily, but what's going to happen is that Johnny's going to break down a lot of defenses in a lot of ways. He's going to keep plays alive with his legs, and it's going to give Josh Gordon some opportunities to get open that he wouldn't otherwise have. I don't love Manziel as a passer, but I like this aspect of it, and I do think that I do think Josh Gordon's going to pop free for some big gains that way. Now, it also helps at this point. Almost anybody but Hoyer can only help. I mean, Hoyer's killing that whole offense. So even though, again, Johnny's not a great passer, I think good things are coming for that whole offense, including running games. Rushing quarterbacks tend to help running games as well, as defenses have to key on the quarterback as a potential runner as well. So I just think overall Manziel's going to ultimately help this whole offense, and Josh Gordon in particular. Yeah.
The Arizona Cardinals, it's really been an offensive desert.
It really has, yes.
They use Kerwin Williams, something named Kerwin Williams, as their bell cow. If Andre Ellington can't go, is Kerwin Williams? Are you going to ask Kerwin Williams?
Ask Kerwin Williams. That's cute. I'm going to steal that, by the way. Royalty checks coming your way. Kerwin Williams it ended up with 100 yards last week. The problem here is the opponent. It's the Rams. I don't like the opportunity of trying to run a guy who was on the practice squad 1 week ago against a very good Rams defense that's absolutely surging. So I'd like to think you have better options, and even secondary guys that can help you out, there's going to be a lot of other plays besides Kerwin Williams. And we don't even know for sure what his role might be at the goal line, where I don't think he'd get the ball. I think that would be Stephen Taylor. So there's just too many things I don't like here, and I understand the temptation to play him. But Rams this week, and then Seattle the week after that. So I don't think he's likely to be a guy that's going to help you out a lot.
Tight end has been a position that's been riddled with injuries and underperformers all season. One guy that's been healthy and a pretty good tight end, J.J. Watt.
Yeah, how about that?
The problem is he's not a tight end.
He's not a tight end, yes.
But so should your league allow you to play J.J. Watt as a tight end?
Should your league allow you to play J.J. Watt? I think it's kind of a fascinating question, and my feeling is, yes, if your software can do it, I think you should. I don't know about this year necessarily, because it's a little bit tricky, but if you were to say, to everybody in the league, we're going to make him available next week. I don't know if I drop it on people like the middle of a week, but say next week we're gonna make J.J. Watt available, assuming your site's commissioner program will allow it, and some will. Like my fantasy league lets you designate any player to play any position. Then I say go for it if you want to do it. I mean, listen, J.J. Watt right now is basically a top 10 tight end by touchdowns. It's come to this for the tight end position. It's been a horrible year, as you mentioned, and if you want to play it that way, you could. And in the future, if you can get your site administration service to allow you to do it, I say yes. Why not? I mean, he's legitimately playing the tight end position as basically kind of like tackle eligible, but effectively playing tight end position. So, why not if you can?
And if not, maybe the IDP position finally takes off.
Well, maybe so, but the funny thing is, in most of the IDPs, they're not counting those touchdowns because they're happening on offense. Yeah. So we need to account for those touchdowns.
All right.
Yes.
Speaking of tight ends, for the handful of people still alive with Jimmy Graham, do you dare start him this week?
Yes, you do start Jimmy Graham this week, and clearly Jimmy's been playing hurt and has been. You missed a couple of games with the shoulder injury. Then he's just been playing hurt, and that's clearly limited his production. You're seeing him wincing on the field, and in some cases, he's sort of laying there holding his shoulder. So he's playing hurt, but he's still Jimmy Graham, and a lot of it has to do with the matchup. The matchup's so good this week against Chicago. They have allowed the second most tight end touchdowns. They have allowed the fifth most tight end receptions and the eighth most tight end yards. The matchup screams Jimmy Graham, and I think they might want to, they're fielding a lot of questions about Jimmy Graham, and why aren't they using him more? And so I think they might want to put all that to rest by just giving Jimmy Graham some extra looks this week, and that secondary is so bad. So let's try Jimmy Graham one more time.
There you go, another week of wisdom. Follow him on Twitter at Paul Charchi, and follow us at Fantasy Victory, and check fantasyvictory.com for all those rankings right up until kickoff on Sunday.